Anyway, go ahead. What are your thoughts on it so far?
I do think there's a bit of a fall from grace. I will be honest with you. I haven't really watched the kill stream, I'd say, in like the last month or so. I kind of was like, okay, well, this has kind of reached its arc. It's not really as entertaining as it was. And so I know there's a lot of crazy shit going on, a lot of fighting back and forth. I think it's probably a bad idea to turn on your audience. It doesn't work out for anybody. It didn't work out for Baked. And I would not recommend doing that. Again, the formula is pretty straightforward. Put on a show, read the super berries, and call it a night.
There seems to be a lot of evidence of people who don't take your advice ending up wishing they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
So even earlier in this conversation that we played, you're like, yeah, people are going to be fucking with you. They're going to throw everything at you, and the more you react to it, it's just going to keep getting worse.
Well, yeah, and that's a weird thing too. It feels like, when you say shit like that, it's obvious, right?
Isn't it kind of, he's falling into the full lolcow cycle, because most people with a brain, even half a brain, would just delete everything and get off the internet, but he can't help himself at this point, right? I mean, anything he does is just going to add fuel to the fire. What is the mindset behind that?
I think this is my hot fucking take on this, right? If you run a fucking show and it has nothing to it, like if the host can't, if you can't make it fucking entertaining for your audience, and the only reason they're entertained is the fucking guests that you're bringing on, nothing's going to highlight that more than people not coming on your show anymore. And it highlights that the host is boring as shit.
Well, that shows whether you can hang or not. So, I mean, you weren't around for a month or so just at the end of the year last year. And to be honest with you, when you don't show up, people are like, oh, where's Jim? Where's Jim? I mean, they get used to you being on the show. And you kind of, if you can't hold it, if you can't put on a program on your own, then people, they'll stop watching. I don't know. I just sit here and think, like, what is his mindset? Why would he, there's literally nothing he could say that would make any of this better. And he just can't help himself. And he's going to continue to feed it. Honestly, if he went away and just fucked off and never showed his face again, deleted his Discord account, there's a slim chance, maybe even better than slim, that it might amount to nothing. People will just stop. Not Zoom, of course, but other people might stop. But he just can't find it within him to do that.
He's stuck, and he wants to be relevant forever. They're all scam artists and scummy. Like, he's a scumbag.
He sounds like one of these country shysters who's been fucking doing everything he can to fuck over the tax authorities, to fuck over his friends, to scrape every little nickel and dime out of all of them. He probably comes from a family of crooks. I mean, let's just be real here. Maybe I'm taking it too far, but dude, but it's just so true. He did it all to himself. He probably would have gotten away with it if he would have just sat back and kept a somewhat level head. You know what I mean? And
it's completely self-inflicted. Yeah.
I just think he kind of bought into his own, hype, his own press.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes away and comes back as someone else, or pretends to be someone else.
Yeah, but that's not gonna work. I mean, I thought the same thing, but
I know it's not gonna work. But there's a lot of things he tried to do that didn't work.
Well, literally everything.